What's up, traders? Todd here with TradingAnalysis.com. Let's talk about oil. Crude oil's moving up. Is it going to break out here on news of supply cuts from Russia and Saudi out of OPEC, and what's that going to do to the macro picture and the overall markets? So, going to focus in on that. We'll talk a little bit about Apple, and I'll show you a position that we've talked about before on the free video. We took some profits on it. I'll show you where I think we're going to go here going forward. Okay, so let's start with crude oil first. So crude is bid. I think, though, however, we are facing resistance in spot, and this is actually continuous contract futures. Okay, so altogether, longer term, let me show you the technical position of crude. We did break above 83.60, and I think a lot of people who are just kind of casual chart watchers be like, oh wow, that's a really big breakout. Problem is, it's a good 5-wave Elliott move, and as we get a little bit tighter in, you will see that we have green 1, pull back in 2. This is all a correction. And then within green 3, you're going to need 5 smaller waves, right? A good motive impulsive move. Well, we have it. It's 1, 2, beautiful wave 3 of a 3 move. Wave 4 pulls back and a perfect fib support. And now we're heading higher, facing perfect wave 5 resistance. So even though everyone is looking at, the breakout here at 84 is a big reason to buy, well, if you have a 5-wave move and you have fib resistance and channel resistance, it's a pretty good chance that you're going to face resistance into 90 in crude oil. Now, there could be some crazy exogenous, geopolitical shock, and, we go bid, kind of like the Apple news out of China today. But if nothing happens, then I would fully expect there to be a test of resistance, then a little bit of a backup in wave 4. Now, we hold energy positions. We've been watching the rotation in energy, and it's something that I will share with you here in just 1 second, showing you that rotation and the reason we got into energy in our stock swing desk with our members. Another reason before we jump into the sector rotation is you take a look at the energy ETF, okay, XLE. This guy's been in consolidation for a long period of time. And we were in a very good wave 4 triangle. Triangle's just higher lows, lower highs. Once you can count out 5 good swings, so they're labeled letters. So here's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5. We started buying energy stocks right on May 5th. So we were very early because we hung out in consolidation until June. But then we went higher, getting the move that we thought we would get. Now, it's fine because the stocks we're holding, a lot of energy stocks pay some really high dividends, so that's okay. But like crude oil, we are facing a 5-wave move in XLE. Okay, so the XLE ETF that tracks your energy stocks, you see the same 5-wave move as what you saw in crude into 90, and you have really good technical resistance here from the November of 22 high in XLE into 95. So we're trading 91. Look for resistance in XLE into 95. So we're going to have to manage some of our positions. One of them is Pioneer Natural Resources, PXD. This one, it's been fine. We're long from 213. We have stops or break even. But, if it's a good wave 3 move, we really should be at the 100% fib projection. So all that means is, the percent distance traveled in 1, this guy was 30%. If it's a good wave 3, and I'm talking this green degree here, this green wave 3, you should at least be able to get to 100%. And there's a 30% move. Right now, we're only at a 21%. So it's starting to be a little uninspiring. So, I do like the 6.5% yield in Pioneer Natural Resources, but for everything I just mentioned in crude, against that crude against 90 resistance, XLE against that wave 5 resistance in the old highs, that could be a little bit of a problem. And from a currency point of view, the dollar is getting strong. We just talked about it in the member video. On the surface, people say, oh, dollar strength is going to be bad for the stock market. We got into that in depth, and showed you why people are reading the headlines incorrectly. But if the dollar does continue to go strong, and that would be against the yen, that generally would be bearish for commodities. But that's a story for another time. Okay, so that's the energy side. I'll show you the Apple side real quick because I know you're going to be curious. Actually, you know what? No, let me show you one more thing on energy. Let me show you the rotation. Okay, so this is really cool. So this is going to be your weekly rotation, sector rotation. This is going to be the monthly. Okay, so you're looking at monthly. XLE, was ripping during 21 and 22. It was so far out here to the right, which is massive outperformance to the benchmark S&P. So as this guy is moving up here, this is going to be, you can see the dates up here, the end of 21 and in 22, massive outperformance. And I was long a lot of energy, but then we started to rotate out, and you're seeing energy is rotating out, and we're in monthly weakening, set to go lagging, and what's moving in, technology and communications, just hit monthly leading. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. The pulling it back to energy, as the monthly is rotating out of weakening and heading into lagging, look what the weekly is doing. So this is monthly, this is weekly. Weekly XLE. If you by chance get a rejection on the weekly, as it's trying to get into leading quadrant, that's going to be significant. I'm wondering if the Wave 5 high in XLE ETF and crude oil is going to coincide with a possible rejection of moving out of improving into leading in the RRG, and that would be a pretty significant sell signal. So definitely watch that. Okay, and we've done a lot talking about the rotation into growth that is happening even with everything that happened in Apple. I'll show you that real quick. I'm still constructive on Apple. There's a long-term chart I can show you. I just thought of it right now to bring it up to you. People are saying, "I'll sell Apple, it's overvalued, blah, blah, blah." Like, all right, calm down. So this is Apple into XLK over the last quarter century, from 2000 to where we are now. So Apple into XLK. This is Apple rallying to the technology sector spider. We're into uptrend support from 2008. Equality, which is like 1-to-1. Apple to XLK is going to be uptrend support. So Apple looks fine. When we even rebounded fairly sharply. So here's the deal. We could be in a triangle. And if that's the case, you have C wave low, you'll have D, E, little consolidation here for another week or two, couple weeks, and then we go. If we do break through 171, then it could be this. It could be just an ABC correction, which would allow for lower prices, just something like this. Okay, and if we start to break just like that, real simple, equality would be 165. If you start to break the wave one high here at 158, that's problematic. But for now, I'm going to stick with the triangle count in Apple. All right, last thing is I've talked to you guys about Celsius. Man, this stuff is awesome. Like, I don't even drink coffee anymore. I just drink this stuff. It's so good. Plus, I love the stock. So I've told you guys about Celsius. We're long from 103.75 energy drink. The last two earnings reports were blowouts, monster beats on revenue and EPS. We have call spreads on, we have stock on, we moved the stop to 175, we took half profits in the call spread, but Celsius, I'm thinking, does want to get up to this 100% 3v1 into the 250, 260 mark. So watch out for Celsius. Okay, guys, hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you don't mind. Question, comment, anything below. And listen to this annoying guy who's going to come up next. All right, see ya. Hi, it's Todd from tradinganalysis.com. Thanks so much for watching. Listen, my team and I have so much to share with you in terms of our technical analysis, our fundamental analysis, portfolio management tactics, trading in and out, maybe options, sector rotation. Let us know what's most interesting to you. Maybe drop that in the comments section and we'll do our best to work it in. Also, consider clicking the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified when we put out new videos. And finally, you can check us out at tradinganalysis.com if you'd like to see us manage our real portfolios in real time. Thanks again for watching.